Welcome back to Wolfdog Empire. All right, so today we'll be going over the Contest of Elements. August 2023 is going to be green. And so I'm going to show you how I put together my teams. So what that process is, I'm going to go over it right now. This is the first screenshot of how I do it. And if this is helpful to you, if you find value, please subscribe for more of these contests of elements. Also, give us a like. I really appreciate that. So the way I do it is I start off with healers. And for stages 9 through 10, I have my top healer at this time, Ratatosker. Augustus, I don't have him leveled up yet. Otherwise, he would be in these top two, maybe the top one. But Ratatosker is my number one healer at the time. So I'll put him in for stages 9 and 10. And then I have Costo Melindor for these stages. I have a maxed out Fayez for stages 5 and 6. I have another Fayez maxed out, double limit broken actually, stages 3 through 4. And then Brynhild for 1 and 2. And for Brynhild, since she affects nearby allies, I didn't put her at the bottom. I put her at one of the flanks. So see, that would be Fayez would have been at the bottom, but Brynhild I have her as a flank because she affects nearby allies, so you don't want her on the wings. So I start off with the healers, and I do have enough for 5 whole teams. So if you know that you only have enough for, let's say, 3 teams, so then you only want to form 3 teams. But I should be able to pass all 10 stages, but I won't have any additional teams. So if I do mess up, if I do fail that on one of these, then that's it. I'm only going to pass 9 because I don't have an additional team. I barely have enough depth to pass all 10, barely. So if I miss one, I won't have, I won't be able to pass all 10. All right. So the next step, so I already have a healer for stages 9 through 10. And now I add my elemental defensive down. And the reason I have a 4-star in the top one and a 5-star in the lower one is because Almor affects 3. So he's elemental defensive down against 3, and Phileas Fog only against 1. So, and I did double limit break Almor, so his stats are just as good as Phileas Fog, and he affects 3. So Almor to me is more valuable for Contest of Elements than Phileas Fog. So I got my elemental defensive down, and I got my healer. And then for stages 7 and 8, I got my elemental defensive down, and I got my healer. And I don't have any others. That's it on elemental. So and then I go with stackable defensive down that stacks with the elemental defensive down. So I do have a maxed out Guan Yu. And I have another Guan Yu who I picked up in what was it? I traded him in for 25 stars. So put in the comments, what is that? Why can't I think of that right now? All right, brain freeze. And so Yeah, so Phileas Fogg, elemental defensive down to 1, but he does dispel and he hits hard. And then Guan Yu with a stackable defensive down to up to 3. And I do have a 5-star Silvaria who can be my defensive down. And I do have, for stages 3 to 4, I do have a Costume Brain who is going to give me the defensive down. And I do have a 3-star Dolgoon for stages 1 and 2. And then I fill in the rest of the team. So I'm going to bring in Tarlac, elemental defensive down Almor. I'm going to bring in my double limit broken Franz. He's a 4-star, but he's great. Guan Yu and Ratatoskr. And that'll be for my stages 9 through 10. For stages 7 through 8, elemental defensive down to 1, Phileas. Guan Yu for defensive down to up to 3. You got Franz. So I am bringing up a second Franz. So this one won't be double limit broken yet, but I still kind of want them here, or at least this is my wish list, is to have them at least maxed, or at least, what is it, 470? And maybe some emblems. So we'll see how it goes. And this is why I put these together. So Franz is not ready, but this kind of tells me I need him for these hard stages. So I'm going to level them up right now. And then we have Grace, who affects 3. And then we have my healer, Costume Melindor. So I hope that this is enough to pass stages 9 through 10. So for stages 5 through 6, I have Shrub Bear, 3-star, double limit broken. So he starts off with Taunt. Then I got a defensive down in Silvaria. Then I have, and she affects 3. And then Quinnell, who hits up to 3. 2x Kademon. And I have a 3-star boosted healer, Fias. Now, when you're fighting 5 and 6 here, now I don't have any Guan Yu for here. I don't have an elemental defensive down for here to kind of stack with my defensive down Silvaria. So I'm not going to hesitate to just use some battle items and mana up Fias so he can give boosted health to everyone so that I have less of a chance to die. So sometimes these middle ones are my problem because I don't have that elemental defensive down, that stack with the defensive down, and then a couple hitters, a little hard hitters. I mean, I'm using a 4-star here to hit and Quinnell. Stages 3 and 4. You can see that the level kind of goes down here a lot for who I have. I do have a Costume Brain for defensive down, but she's a 3-star. Manus is another 3-star. I do have a 5-star Liana, 3-star Noro, and a 3-star Fias. So for 3 and 4, I am using 4 3-stars. and only one 5-star. So normally Liana, you want her on the wings, but she's my strongest defensive hero here. So I'm gonna put her in as tank. And on offense, tank doesn't matter as much as in defense, but she is my strongest defensive hero in this team, so I'm gonna put her in and as tank. And then for the easiest ones, stages 1 and 2, I am using 3-star Dolgoon for defensive down. I do have Kalo here just because he's strong defensively and he has stone skin, so he has less of a chance to die. I'm running thin here on my heroes. As you can see, I on stages 3 and 4, I use 4 3-stars, so that's how low I am on greens. I have some pretty good ones, but they're being used up in the top 2 teams. So I got Ying in as tank because he's got that counter attack. Got Brynhild, my healer, and then and she only heals to nearby allies and herself. And then I got Burden at the wing. So this team is not very good, but I'm hoping that with battle items, I can still pass stages 1 and 2 with this team. Yeah, so this is 3-star, 3-star. Brynhild is 4-star. Ying is a 3. Kalo's a 4. Dolgun's a 3. So definitely not the best team available, but for stages 1 and 2, I should still be able to pass it. You can even pass this with like non-leveled up 5-stars, and I do have plenty of those. I have some Silvaria, so a Grace. I can bring those in, but I kind of want to use some of my 3-stars, so I'll be using these right here. All right, so which ones am I working on? I was working on Guan Yu, my second Guan Yu, but I did finish bringing him up to 8520. I am bringing up a second Franz. That one still has some work to do. And I'm looking around here. I don't think I'll be working on any others. Liana can use some work, but she's down here, so she's not that big of an issue. So I think that's all I'm gonna work on. Is I finished Guan Yu already, so it's Franz. So I'm working on Franz, and maybe I can still work on Tarlac. I can still bring him up to 4-1. He's still at 370 for Titans. That's all that's needed is 370. But I think for Contest of Elements being in the top stages, I think I probably will bring them up to 4-1, ascend them, and then probably try to bring them up to at least 480. Because I mean, I use them for Titans, I use them for Mythic Titans, I've used them for Contest of Elements. So I think that even though he's good enough against Titans at 370, I think I could just bring him up anyhow. So just to be stronger here, leading my stage 9 through 10 team in Contest of Elements. So that's how I put my teams together. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll answer them, or somebody else who watches the videos will answer it for you. And if this helped you out, please let us know that this kind of helps you plan, because it is coming up. It's August 14th is coming up, right? Let me know that the date is correct. I think it's August 14th through the 17th. And so please leave a comment, let us know how I did. And if you have any other ways of how you put them together, if you have a super deep roster, you can just put them up. You can put these teams up in a fly. But if I use like Franz and Costa Melendor like for stages 3 and 4, then that's gonna hurt my team here, because then I might have to use like Manusis or something up here, or even Liana wouldn't be as good up here as she is down there. So kind of sometimes if you don't have such a deep roster, you can kind of mess things up by using some of these heroes a little too soon. So I like to plan them out this way first, because I cannot lose any of these stages. If I do, I will not pass all 10, because I barely have enough for 10. All right, well, I hope this provided some good use for you. So please subscribe, give us a like, and I'll see you next time here at Wolf Dog Empire.